You guys, before this video starts, I filmed this whole video with lipstick all over my teeth. And I am just too sick to be refilming the whole thing. So just enjoy, make fun of me, clown on me in the comments. It's all good. I don't even know if it's still in my teeth now. I'm just getting over a cold. I'm happy I even made this video. So enjoy. Just when you think a Hollywood actress cannot get any more insufferable than Brie Larson, Rachel Zegler enters the arena and surprises us all. Now, I made a video about this last week talking about how she is the insufferable princess for, of course, the obvious reasons of knocking an absolutely legendary masterpiece that is the Disney Snow White animated film. And, of course, knocking everything that film was about. And, you know, of course, which begs the question of why even be a part of something that you hate? But she didn't take too kindly to some of my words, and she did, in fact, block me. I'm going to dive into this and also talk about some more stuff that I didn't even know about. Now, I apologize for my voice and the fact that I'm like nursing on this cough drop, but I just got back from Orlando visiting the Geeks and Gamers house and crew and my friends. I had the most wonderful, amazing time. I have not had that much fun in so long. It was amazing. So keep your eye out on the Geeks and Gamers on their vlog channel, because there will be a vlog that showcases a lot of what happened there, as well as the Park Hoppin' channel where we did do a live stream and stuff, all that sort of thing. But anyway, I have been sick since getting back and I have been sleeping over the weekend, but now I feel good enough to actually be back on camera again. But I'm just going to have a weird voice and be eating cough drops. So bear with me. So as you can see, I'm blocked. So you can't see this. This was from a few days ago when I was actually out hanging out with my buddies. So we have here Wet Lisa for the block. Of course, Rachel Zegler, she's got is that black avatar, is that still for the BLM stuff? Like, wow. Has she not received the latest SJW patch? Is she still a few patches, several patches behind? You know, I get it. I won't update to Windows 11, but come on. You are well overdue for a firmware update for your virtue signaling, little lady. The black avatar, the she, her, hers in the name line. So she made this tweet and it just said, "I hope the world becomes kinder." And then I just quote tweeted it and I said, "How about you go first?" It didn't even get a lot of traction. I think because I got blocked pretty early. I said this for multiple reasons. First of all, just for her insufferable attitude in general and how she is in interviews and how she wants to knock everything that people love about, you know, the property that she is being a part of in this case. But the big thing that had to do for me was the Gina Carano stuff. You know, I didn't even know this until Jay, Drunk 3PO, brought it to my attention. When I was hanging out with everybody, he made a video about this and I was like, "Oh, are you serious? She was behind a lot of the cancellation of Gina Carano?" And apparently she was. So I'm going to read this article from Bounding into Comics to kind of get us all up to date on what actually happened with all that, because I don't even completely know. But Gina Carano calls out Rachel Zegler's hypocrisy after Snow White actress engaged in hate campaign against her. I love Gina. Gina is amazing. So the Mandalorian actress Gina Carano recently called out Rachel Zegler's hypocrisy for calling on the world to become kinder after the Snow White actress had previously led a hate campaign against her. That's just the thing that's frustrating, is somebody who is capable of and engages in the cancellation and trying to ruin the livelihood and careers of others. Then whenever she does something wrong herself, you know, doesn't want to take accountability herself. She wants to call on everybody to just be kind. Just be kinder. Okay. Zegler has found herself under the gun for her comments about the upcoming Snow White film, specifically describing the prince as a stalker and noting how the upcoming live action adaptation is not about a love story. You know, she's just like, oh, in that past video I showed, you know, it was made in the 30s and you can tell it's apparent, and just completely knocking on it, hating on it. In an apparent reaction to the tens of thousands of people criticizing her, Zegler wrote on Twitter, "I hope the world becomes kinder." And here's the thing is, it's like, dude, people are coming after her and disagreeing with what she said. Okay. Disagreeing with what she said. I don't like to make big, huge personal attacks on people. So some people are coming after her for her appearance and stuff like that. That's just not my style. I don't feel like it's necessary. Now, I do think in relation to, okay, she doesn't look like Snow White, mention those things, but to be like, oh, she's ugly, oh, this, that, and mention specific features, that's just not how I like to do things. And I generally like to not go too hard on people personally in general. In this case, it's making it increasingly difficult not to make videos about her when she continues to do this. And when she continues to just be an insufferable person and dodge all accountability for her own actions, and expect special treatment and expect to be handled with kid gloves. You know, if you're going to make some big statements and make some big comments, you got to be able to handle what's going to come from that. Now, if you want to defend your statements, go for it. If she still stands by her statements and she doesn't think she said anything wrong, then defend yourself, girl. But this whole, oh, we have to be kinder type thing. All right, so Gina Carano reacted to this comment with a GIF from, I don't know what this is. But I'm not even gonna read it out. I don't swear, even if that's like not even that. It sounds like it. So, of one of the actresses tapping her screen with the word boop popping up. It's a reference to Carano putting beep boop bop in her Twitter bio as she was being harassed by so-called transgender activists to put pronouns in her bio. Okay, so furthermore, YouTuber Drunk 3PO Jay is amazing. Guys, go to his channel and watch this video. Also, we are trying to get our friend here to 100,000 subscribers ASAP. He deserves it. He's amazing. He was one of the first people who was really there for me when I got canceled. So after I got canceled because of all the coof stuff, and because I didn't get the jab, and because I was against the mandates, and people didn't like it that I was going out without a mask and all that kind of stuff, and told me I was a granny killer. I lost almost all of my peers that I'd previously had in the gaming industry and stuff. Chrissy Mayer ended up having me on her show, and Jay here as well. And that's what helped get me in the fellowship, you know, for those who know, the fellowship of content creators who, we're a bunch of rejects. A bunch of us have been canceled, and we don't all agree on everything, but we're friends and we're there for each other. And it's just a wonderful thing. I mean, and I just got back from Orlando from visiting the Geeks and Gamers house and hanging out with a bunch of them. So it's just beautiful how, you know, people can be there for you and when you feel at your most alone. So anyway, show Jay some love. As Drunk 3PO notes, at the height of the so-called transgender activists attacking Carano, Zegler tweeted out, "Do not make fun of pronouns." She added, "They are not a joke. Pronouns are validating." Pronouns are cool. Put your pronouns in your bio. I wear my pronouns on a button sometimes. It's a good thing. Bye. Okay. All right. Making it clear she was referring to Carano, she concluded the thread, "It's a fun time to remind you all to love Pedro Pascal." Okay. She also shared a photo of a button with the words "she" and "her" on it. We don't need our eyes anymore. I mean, we need our eyes to read, apparently. Don't you think this is ableist to those who can't read? Zegler's comments came the same day. Not only that, but it's like, what about different languages and stuff? Ooh. Ooh. You know, if we want to play that virtue signaling Olympics, we can jump through some hoops here. Zegler's comments came the same day that Carano explained that the woke world was mad at her because I won't put pronouns in my bio to show support for trans lives. After months of harassing me in every way, I decided to put 3 very controversial words in my bio. Beep, boop, bop, boop. I love Gina. Carano concluded, I'm not against trans lives at all. They need to find less abusive representation. Okay. That's the thing. In terms of my stance, though, obviously I'm not against people who want to call themselves trans as individuals, and I don't wish harm on them, but I am against the transgender movement in general. It's wrong. It's demonic. Not everybody who calls themselves transgender are possessed or anything of that nature, but I do think at the very least they are demonic oppressed. It's a bad thing. It's not a good thing, and it shouldn't be encouraged. Just like I would say the same thing about someone who is suffering with an eating disorder that is making them extremely unhealthy thin. For example, I would say the word Anna. I'll just say Anna. All right. So someone who is suffering with Anna, I would say the same thing. It's like, okay. And with that, I also personally think it's a demonic thing because it's one thing to be like, I want to look good, so I want to be slim, right? That's different than actual Anna. Now, people will call people who are slim but still healthy Anna, and that's retarded. But no, I'm talking like their bones are showing. It doesn't look good. It looks like they are about to be, breathe their last breath, type thing. I do think that's demonic, just in a much similar way. So no, they don't deserve validation. They don't deserve to be told, you know what, you're perfect this way. Yeah, you identify as healthy, then you're healthy. Same difference. A man cannot become a woman and a woman cannot become a man. That's just reality. And at the end of the day, you can't force people what to do with their lives. So they're going to do what they're going to do. And they're still human beings, but there still needs to be some boundaries in place. Some of those being that they cannot expect the world to validate them. And also, keeping bathrooms safe, keeping female restrooms safe from men, for example, and so on and so forth. And instead, we're in a society that expects the entire world to cater toward mental illness when it should not be the case. So Drunk 3PO notes that Zegler reacted to Carano's tweet, calling out her hypocrisy by blocking her. He states, and what does Rachel do? I could become kinder. I can say, Gina, I'm sorry I attacked you. I'm sorry I had all these people say these terrible things about you. I'm sorry. No. She just blocks her. She blocks her. She blocks Gina Carano on X, on Twitter, because she's a hypocrite and she doesn't know how to become kinder. She wants people to conform to her. She wants people to be kinder around her and let her say and do whatever she wants without any repercussions. But people like this, they never learn. It's always about them. He added, so on point, Jay. Well said. So it's funny. Jay's someone who noticed that Rachel blocked me. He's like, I didn't notice. I made this tweet and we went to like Universal Studios that day and stuff. I think that was that day. Either that or that was the day that we went to the Disney resorts. So either way, I had stuff I was doing. I didn't go and check. And then Jay's like, did Rachel Zegler block you? And I check. I'm like, oh, look at that. She did. It felt like an accomplishment to me. So I don't know if it was because she saw the tweet. In particular, that tweet didn't even get that much traction. So I don't know if it was that or because my last video about her did go pretty viral. But so did Jay's, and she didn't block Jay. But maybe she only hates women. Maybe this is some internalized misogyny. Anywho, I don't like going after people. Y'all know this. I'll like talk about things I disagree that people say, but sometimes, dude, sometimes it's like whenever you see people reaping what they sow, when you see people who go after and try to hurt other people, like she came after Gina with this whole thing and just led this cancel campaign, then it's like, okay, you know, now you're not so liked on the internet, are you, Rachel? And if it wasn't for this, and unfortunately it wasn't that reason, but still, she's reaping some of what she has sown, and through other methods. And people, you know, if they, at the very least, if they're not going to be upset about how she treated Gina, then, you know, they're obviously upset with how she's talking about the Snow White property, and she has just become the most insufferable woman in Hollywood at the moment. I mean, that's saying a lot when you got Brie Larson. So anyway, there you have it for this video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I'm so happy to be back. I missed making content and I missed you guys. I'll be back to streams again soon as well. And if you're watching this at the time of me uploading it, I will be on Geeks and Gamers Tuesday night's main event tonight for that stream as well. So thank you again for watching. Don't forget, read your Bibles. Read a chapter of your Bible every single day with no exception. It will change your life. It has mine. Thank you again for watching. I'll catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.